Some of the things we will do, some of the lessons we will do in statistics are incredibly easy. Some of them are a little interesting and some of them are different, but today's is pretty dang easy. So we're going to talk about quartiles today, box plots, box and whisker graphs, 5-number summary, and we'll go through and discuss this, and you will end up doing, many of you that take Introduction to Statistics next semester will run into these same problems. So it's a good eye-opening experience a bit as to some of the kind of problems you will run into in Introduction to Statistics if you're taking that for your analytical thought course. Okay, so we're going to talk about quartiles and the 5-number summary, and also do a box and whisker graph on this particular set of data. Your statistics course will probably call it a box plot instead of a box and whisker display, but that's all right. All right, so the first thing you need to do is make sure your data is in numerical order. And as I look at this, it looks like it is. Okay, so I think we're in numerical order. Now, the first thing you want to do is you want to find the median of the entire set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 20. There are 20 items of data. That's an even number. So I can count up 10. If I count up 10, I'm right here, and then counting down 10. So I want to be in the middle between 77 and 78. So I know that that's 77.5. 77.5 is the data dead in the middle, and we will call that Q2. Okay, it's the end of the second quarter of the data. Okay, now we want to find Q1, the end of the first quarter of data. So now we have 10 items left. I can go up 5, and I can go down 5. Notice 77.5 was not one of the data items. So I do not count it when I'm determining my Q1. I just stay with what is data. All right, so I'm halfway between 67 and 68, which is 67.5, and that is Q1. Okay? Now, there's 10 items of data on this side, and come down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm between 83 and 86. Between 83 and 86 would be the average. We talked about this our last time together when we were doing mean, median, and mode. You want to find the average of 83 and 86, which is 169, which should be 84.5. You add 83 and 86 and divide by 2. All right, now what I've got here, I've got these 3 numbers divide my data into quartiles. Quartiles, or this whole subject is called percentiles. Maybe you remember taking tests in high school, and you maybe were told that you were in the 92nd percentile. The 92nd percentile is that particular data that is larger than 92% of the data, okay? 67.5 is larger than 25% of the data. 77.5 is larger than half of the data or smaller than half of the data. 84.5 is larger than 75% of the data or smaller than 25%, okay? Percentiles is what this discussion is all about. Quartiles divide the data into quarters, okay? And it all stems away from the median, not the mean, okay? All right, so this is now the quartiles. 55 is my lowest score. 97 is my highest score. The 5-number summary would be 55, 67.5, 77.5, 84.5, and 97. Okay? So we've ranked the data in order. We've got the 5-number summary. Now we want to do a box plot, or as it's called here, a box and whisker display. So what you need to do is create an x-axis. I need to go from 55 to practically 100, okay? So I'm going to start at 50 and 60, 65, 70, pardon me, 70 and 80 and 90 and 100, okay? Here's 55, 65, 75, 85, and 95. So I have 55, I'll put a dot. 67.5 is halfway between those two, I'm going to draw a line. 77.5, halfway, I'm going to draw a line. 84.5 there, and 97 is here, okay? Now, you can form these into a box and draw the lines here. These lines are called the whiskers. This is the box. All right, now, a couple of things you can see from this. You can see that there's the most spread in the final quarter or quartile because it's going the whole way from 84.5 up to 97. So there's more spread or more variation in the final quarter. Probably the quarter with the least amount of variation is the 3rd quartile, which is from 77.5 to 84.5, which is exactly just 7 is the spread, a spread of 7, okay? So the picture can tell you something about the spread or variation. In a class period or so, we're going to be doing standard deviation, which is a measure of the spread or variation, okay? So there's the 5-number summary, there's the box plot, there's your quartiles. When you take Introduction to Statistics, you will then also be able to determine if any of these lower ones or upper ones are too far away from the other items of data, okay? Too far away, and then we call those outliers, and you will be given various tests that you can determine whether you have an outlier or not. Just something for you to look forward to. All right, so there's the first one. And that's how easy this is. Now, what made this one somewhat easier was that there was an even number of data. Let's go to the next one. Okay, it says rank the data, and you can readily see that this is not in order. Ugh. So we've got to put it in order, okay? So it looks like 12 is the smallest one. So I'll start here with 12. What is next? 14. What is next? 15, I think. And there's only one of those. After 15, there's 16, and only one of those. Then 17, and there are 2 of those. Okay. 18, and there are 2 of those. 19, there is 4 of those. Okay. 20, there's no 20s. 21, 1. 22, there is 1. Okay. 23, 24, 25, there is 1. 26, no. 27, there is 1. 28, 1. And 29, 2. Now, I think there's 19 items of data. 1, 2, 29, 2. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, I got them all. So now we have it ranked. Ranking the data is putting them in order from smallest to largest. Because there are 19, I can count up 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and draw a line there. I can count down 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And there, you can see the data item that is in the middle. That 19 is Q2, the end of the second quarter of the data. Now, this time, which was not true in the last example, this one, the quartile 2, the end of the second quarter, is an item of data. So is the 10th item of data. So there are 10 items of data here in the first half. So I would want to count up 5, draw a line, and count this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I want to go in between 17 and 17. So 17 is Q1. Okay? Over here, this 19 is a data item. You must count it in the second half. It's used twice. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to go in between 22 and 25, which should be 23 and a half. This is Q3, Q2, and Q1. Okay, that's a little different when you have an odd number of data to start out. So be very careful on that. When you have a data item, it must be included in both. All right, so the 5-number summary would be the smallest: 12, 17, 19, 23.5, 29. I must make an x-axis that goes from at least 12 to 29. Okay, so I'll do 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. Okay, I have now 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so I have 12 is a dot, 17 is a line, 19 is a line, 23.5 is a line, and 29 is a dot. Make your box, whiskers, and there is your box plot or your box and whisker graph. How about the smallest amount of variation? The smallest amount of spread or variation would be in quadrant 2 or quartile 2, only going from 17 to 19, spread of 2 units. Okay? It looks to me like the largest amount of spread is probably in the 4th quartile, which goes from 23.5 to 29, which is a spread of 5.5. Okay? Are we good? All right, so we've done that one. See how easy today is? Okay, I think I have one more for you. Now, I tried to make an interesting one. So let's check out this one. Oh, yes, look at this one. All right. Okay, so we want to rank this data and do exactly the same thing as we've done before, starting at 0. 4 zeros, 1s, 6 1s. Okay, There's twos, there are 3 of those. Threes, there are none, and there is 1 4. Data. "15 items of data." Shoot, 14, did I miss one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 15 items of data. 1, 2, 3. All right, what did I miss? 6 ones, 4 zeros, 4 twos. Curses. Okay, sorry. Another 2 and then the 4. All right, here we go. Now, because there are 15 items of data, once again, it's an odd number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can go up 7. I can come down 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Boom. Here is Q2. It is that 1. The 1 is a data item. It must be included in each half when you go to do Q1 and Q3. So now there were 7 up to there, so there's a total of 8. So I now can come up 4 and down 4, counting this one. And I want to be between 0 and 1. Between 0 and 1 is 0.5, which is Q1. Okay? I want to include this item of data with that half. I want to count up 1, 2, 3, 4. Down 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 is Q3. 5-number summary. 0, 0.5, 1, 2, and 4. Box plot or box and whisker graph. I want to establish a nice x-axis. It's got to go from 0 to 4. So I will do 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, so here we go. Dot on 0. Line on 0.5. Line on 1. Line on 2. Dot on 4. Complete the box. Make the whiskers. And once again, you can use the picture very quickly to see that the smallest amount of spread or variation is in quadrant 2, quartile 2, or quarter 2. And the most amount of spread is in the 4th quartile, which is a distance of 2. Okay? Quartiles, 5-number summary, box and whisker display. I am assuming you will have no problems at all doing the homework for today. Should not be a problem.